Obtaining a second citizenship and passport is very lucrative. It allows you to travel visa-free to many more countries and avoid visa delays or bureaucracy. It's also a backup plan in case your home country faces unrest, letting you quickly relocate to safety. Secondly, you unlock more opportunities to live, work, study, or start a business in another country without extra permits, and gain easier access to bank accounts, property ownership, and social services. Last but not the least, some countries offer certain tax advantages and global asset protection to the investors. In this video, we have listed the 12 best countries where you can buy citizenship via investing in real estate, starting a business, or just by making a donation to a country's economy. The requirements and minimum investment threshold for all countries are different from one another. Another thing to note is that some of these countries hand out immediate citizenship when the investment is made, while in others, investors are given permanent residency, which eventually leads to citizenship after maintaining residence for a dedicated period of time. Number 12, Dominica. The Commonwealth of Dominica is a small state located on an island in the eastern Caribbean Sea. The country lives off tourism, fishing, agriculture, and foreign investment. Also known as the Nature Island, Dominica boasts a rugged mountain terrain with waterfalls, rivers, and geothermal hot springs, and is covered by lush forests. To attract overseas investors, the country launched its citizenship program in 1993. Over the years, the requirements and the minimum threshold investment cap for this program has increased. Currently, applicants can choose between a non-refundable donation to the Economic Diversification Fund amounting to $200,000 or invest the same amount in government-approved real estate that is held for 3 years. There are no residency or language requirements, and dual citizenship is permitted. The program's benefits are extensive, including visa-free or visa-on-arrival travel to over 141 countries. Besides that, there are no taxes on foreign income, wealth, capital gains, and inheritance. Number 11, Vanuatu. Situated in the South Pacific Ocean, Vanuatu is located some 1,750 kilometers east of Australia, hosting regular flights from New Zealand, Singapore, Australia, and Fiji. Each year, tourists come in droves to enjoy the relaxed lifestyle and idyllic setting of Vanuatu. But for those seeking to buy its citizenship, there's no requirement to visit or live in Vanuatu, and dual citizenship is allowed. Instead of a real estate or business investment, its government grants citizenship to those donating a one-time sum of around $130,000 to the country's development and recovery funds. The application process completes within 30 to 60 days, and after a period of just 3 months, the applicant can collect his passport from Vanuatu's consulate, located in either Dubai or Hong Kong. Key benefits include visa-free or visa-on-arrival travel to over 100 countries. In addition, it imposes no personal income, capital gains, inheritance, or wealth taxes, making it highly appealing for global investors. Number 10, North Macedonia. A very underrated country, centered at the crossroads of cultural fusion. As one of the oldest inhabited regions of Europe, North Macedonia exhibits rich traditions and historical significance between ancient Mediterranean and Balkan civilizations. Its citizenship by investment program is the least explored and availed. To attain it, the applicant can either place $210,000 in a government-approved private investment fund or make a $420,000 direct investment in a new business that hires at least 10 full-time local employees. While the program may seem underwhelming compared to established schemes, it offers a lower cost entry into European citizenship, a 10% flat tax rate with no taxation on non-residents, and visa-free travel to around 120 destinations, including the Schengen area, UK, Japan, China, and Turkey, with additional e-visa opportunities for places like Australia and Canada. Another point to note is that North Macedonia is a NATO member and an EU candidate state, which makes it a strategic investment for those betting on its future EU integration. However, this program is subject to bureaucratic delays, and as of early 2025, only pre-approvals have been granted, with complete passports still pending issuance. Number 9. Antigua and Barbuda. With a rough population of just 100,000 inhabitants, Antigua and Barbuda is known for its superior beaches, often compared favorably to those in other Caribbean destinations like Turks and Caicos. Just like the other Caribbean islands, there is no need for foreign investors to come and reside to attain its citizenship by investment program. Applicants can choose between a non-refundable contribution of $100,000 to the National Development Fund, invest $200,000 in designated real estate projects, or make a $300,000 investment in an approved business. Due diligence checks are mandatory and necessary documents, such as passports, medical and police certificates, and proof of funds is also necessary. Major advantages of this scheme include visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 151 countries, including the Schengen area, the UK, Singapore, and Hong Kong, along with no taxes on worldwide income, capital gains, inheritance, or gifts. Furthermore, this citizenship grants access to international banking, global mobility, and the benefits of dual nationality. Its drawbacks are relatively minor, the main one being the requirement for petitioners to visit the country at least once within 5 years post-citizenship. Number 8. St. Lucia. Yet another Eastern Caribbean nation with a pair of tapering mountains on its western side, St. Lucia is one of the most ideal places for buying a second passport. It always gets a mention on any reputable list of islands to buy property and invest, mainly because it has lots on offer, from beautiful coastlines, a safe, comfortable lifestyle, and excellent weather, to great tax brackets. Moreover, it is politically and economically stable, making it an attractive destination for those who are looking to settle in after acquiring its nationality. There are 4 options to avail its citizenship. The first one is to contribute $240,000 to the National Economic Fund. The second is to invest $300,000 in a pre-approved real estate. The third is to place $300,000 in non-interest government bonds. And finally, the fourth is to invest a minimum $250,000 in an eligible enterprise project. Once granted, the applicant gets all the perks of its nationals, with visa-free access to 140 to 146 countries, along with a tax-friendly environment that levies no global income, capital gains, inheritance, or wealth taxes. Lastly, its infrastructure is well developed with great healthcare and transport sector, so it is also a great island for those opting to retire. Number 7. Grenada. The Grenadines are a group of 35 small islands located in the Windward Islands of the Lesser Antilles. The entire Grenadines area is noted for its beautiful scenery, spectacular beaches, and diverse marine habitats that include coral reefs, mangroves, and seabird colonies. There are 2 ways to avail its citizenship. Applicants can either make a non-refundable donation of $235,000 to the National Transformation Fund, or invest at least $270,000 in government-approved real estate, held for a minimum of 5 years. This program is known for its fast processing time, typically 2 to 4 months, from application through due diligence to passport issuance. The program allows dual citizenship, requires no physical residency, and covers a wide family circle: spouse, children under 30, dependent parents and grandparents, plus unmarried siblings over 18, each additional family member typically costing $25,000 to $75,000 US, depending on age and relation. Its passport enables visa-free access to 143 countries and territories. It also features a tax-friendly regime: no taxes on foreign income, inheritance, wealth, or capital gains, and citizenship is permanent and inheritable by future generations. Number 6. Egypt. Not many investors are keen about buying Egypt's citizenship, as it is evidently less glamorous than Caribbean or European programs. Overall, its passport is weaker, investment thresholds are higher, and currency risk makes deposit investments less appealing. But then again, it isn't targeted towards the Western investors. Its appeal is usually seen among Russian, Chinese, African, and Middle Eastern investors seeking a secondary passport. The key benefits include visa-free or visa-on-arrival travel to only around 75 destinations worldwide. Besides this, passport holders can live, work, and conduct business in Egypt, own property, open multi-currency bank accounts, and make use of its 9 tax-free economic zones. Ultimately, Egypt's CBI can be a cost-effective path to Middle Eastern African access, business opportunities, and lifestyle flexibility for those willing to consider its trade-offs. To qualify, investors choose among 4 main routes: a non-refundable donation of $250,000 to the public treasury, a real estate purchase of at least $300,000, a business investment of $350,000, or a bank deposit of $500,000 refundable after 3 years in Egyptian pounds with no interest. Number 5. Mauritius. This island nation, located in the southwestern Indian Ocean, about 1,700 miles from mainland Africa, does not host a direct pathway to citizenship upon investment. Instead, it grants permanent residency to foreigners that typically invest an amount of $375,000 in approved real estate. After acquiring and holding the residency, the applicant is rewarded fast-track naturalization in just 2 years. Once investment is made, obtaining residency takes about 2 to 3 months, while citizenship can take 16 to 24 months after meeting residency and due diligence requirements. Other basic requirements include having a clean criminal record, health clearance, and past background checks. Depending on the investment route, families are included with a spouse, children under 24, and parents. Adding dependents under the fund route costs an additional $100,000 per person. Its passport gives access to around 147 countries and territories without a visa, though some may find it less appealing due to the expensive entry fees, residency wait, and infrastructure constraints. Yet, for those seeking a dual nationality with business flexibility, tax efficiency, and global mobility, Mauritius, great value. Number 4. St. Kitts and Nevis. Among the other Caribbean citizenship programs, St. Kitts and Nevis's is the most availed and in demand. This is mainly because it grants the most mobility with visa-free access to more than 157 countries and territories. To top it off, there is no personal income, capital gains, or inheritance taxes, as well as favorable banking conditions, including privacy protections and dual currency accounts. The requirements for this program include making a non-refundable contribution to the Sustainable Island State Contribution, or the Public Benefit Option, for $250,000. Alternatively, the real estate route starts at $325,000 for condo shares or resort units and can reach up to $400,000 for detached homes. The process also involves submitting required documentation, including a police certificate, and potentially undergoing an interview virtually or in person in Dubai. The program typically issues passports in 3 to 6 months or even 45 days under the accelerated application process, though some reports cite up to 9 months depending on due diligence. Number 3. Turkey. The Turkey Citizenship by Investment program was launched in 2018, offering a fast path to Turkish citizenship for foreign investors. The investor can choose several routes, like buying real estate worth at least $400,000, depositing $500,000 in a Turkish bank, investing US $500,000 in government bonds or a Turkish fund, or creating 50-plus local jobs, all with no residency or language requirements. The process usually takes 3 to 6 months to get a passport after applying. You'll also need a valid passport, proof of investment, and a background check. The main benefits include visa-free travel to over 114 countries, tax incentives, and easy access to Turkish bank accounts. On the flip side, the program is sometimes criticized for its evolving rules, occasional political backlash, and housing inflation in Turkish hotspots. Moreover, investments in Turkish lira can expose investors to currency volatility, especially after recent policy changes removed deposit interest protections. Number 2. Cyprus. In the past, Cyprus offered a direct citizenship by investment program, but due to corruption scandals and mounting EU pressure, the program was officially suspended in late 2020. Nevertheless, its residency by investment, aptly known as the Golden Visa, still operates with a minimum $320,000 investment in real estate or shares in a Cypriot company. Once submitted, residency can be granted in just 2 to 4 months. To maintain residency, applicants only need to visit Cyprus once every 2 years and provide annual documentation, like proof of holdings, health insurance, and criminal records every 3 years. After gaining residency, citizenship is attainable after 4 to 7 years of continuous legal residence. The key benefits include visa-free travel throughout the Schengen area, EU mobility, access to excellent schools and healthcare, low tax status, and access to the banking system. Since it doesn't provide immediate citizenship like the old Cyprus program, its steady, affordable residency pathway with low stay requirements and strong financial perks offer genuine value. Number 1. Malta. Another Mediterranean island, Malta also does not offer direct citizenship by investment program. However, with its golden visa, you can live, work, and do business in Malta, travel freely within the Schengen area, access Malta's favorable tax regime, enjoy top-tier healthcare, education, stable economy, and international banking. Plus, after 3 years of residency, you're eligible to apply for full Maltese citizenship, provided you've maintained your property investment and demonstrated integration. So it's best suited for those seeking long-term residency, Schengen access, and tax benefits, who don't mind waiting to naturalize. But only the affluent can afford to buy their way into Malta citizenship, as it requires a total minimum contribution and investment of at least $680,000 for residency. To some, this program proves to be rather surprising and less appealing due to the high cost, lengthy process, and EU-level legal challenges, but it remains a potent option for wealthy individuals seeking permanent EU access, superior global mobility, and favorable taxation.